All right, good evening, everybody. Let me see what I've got going here online and we'll get started. I've got lots going on tonight. I can't wait to share so much stuff. Ooh, looks like we're live. You see, I've got quite the stack on here. Let's see here. If I'm clicking things right. Come on. There we go. All right, I think I have it set up correctly tonight, so I might be able to see those comments. Good evening. Happy Sunday night. This is Tara with Tarabeth Stamps. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in mid-Missouri. As you come in, give me a shout out. Let me know who you are and where you're from. I've got a lot to show you tonight. I'm excited. I just got back this afternoon from On Stage 2022. I went down to Jacksonville and met up with some teammates. It was amazing fun. I got to see the new catalog, which I'll get to show you just a little bit, just the cover. But I've got a couple of products that I'm going to show you. This is the card that we're going to make once we go through all this stuff. So this is another fun fold. So this is kind of a pop-up 'tis the season card for Christmas. Hey, Susan, thanks for joining. So I've got this little bit of flap. And we're going to do some jazzing up on this one. We're going to do a little more with the new one that we create tonight. So I'm going to set this aside, and then I'm going to kind of show you what I've got to share. Okay, so I'm sorry for the glare. That's really bad. I'm sorry. But we're going to put this one on the bottom. I've already shown it. But so I got a hand-drawn dots, all of the, hey Karen, thanks for joining. Hey Johnny, thanks for joining. So I got this. This is a new background stamp. This is a cling. It's the full thing, so it's very it's kind of cool. I saw it used. I liked it from the beginning, but after I saw a couple of cards with it, I really loved it. So that's going to be available come January in the new mini catalog. We also have the decorative borders stamp set. So these are some beautiful stamped images. This is a photopolymer. So this is just that clear stamp with some beautiful borders that you can add to your cards. You can add them to the inside, add them to your envelopes. This is going to be a really multifunctional stamp set. And then this is the last stamp set I have to show you. This is going to be free with a $100 purchase starting in January. So just January and February. This is also a photopolymer stamp. This is one of those that we call two-step stamping. So you're going to stamp your image and then fill in those colors with kind of the watercolors, or you could color them, you know, however you want. So be watching this week. I'm going to have some cards made with these starting tomorrow, Tuesday. So this is the front cover of the new January to April mini catalog. So if you're familiar with Stampin' Up, you may notice that this is only going until April. This is not going to June like the last couple of catalogs have. So they're kind of cutting down that mini so they can really look at the new catalog when it comes out. So this is the new mini catalog. Be expecting those. If you place a order between now and December 31st, you'll get that free catalog in the mail. Along with a free gift if you place a qualifying order. This I also got. So this was one of the freebies I got. They have a prize patrol. So this is Feels Like an Animal DSP. Just going to kind of pull it out and show you some of these gorgeous images. I definitely see some masculine cards here, as well as some cute kid cards here with these fun prints. And then, so you've got the foils on one side, and then when you flip it over, it's just the prints. So beautiful, beautiful paper. And then we also, everyone received this brush metallic. So I know the camera's probably not showing this off very well, but this comes in 2 different colors. So you get 4 sheets, you get a blue, and then you get kind of this coral along with the gold and the silver. So beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous paper. I'll have my paper share information out probably in 2 weeks. So be watching for that. All right, like I said, I have lots of stuff before we get down to the nitty gritty of the card today. If you have not seen it yet, Stampin' Up! Is having a giant sale starting on Tuesday. So it's going to, so what's that? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, Tuesday through Friday. A big sale. And what you're going to see taken off is you're going to save 10% on punches, 15% off all stamps, 20% off all dies, 20% off all embossing folders, and 20% on non-specialty DSP. So that's going to be like that lovely linen and happier than happy. So anything that doesn't have specialty in it. And this is the stuff that's in the annual catalog, not the stuff that's in the current mini catalog. But that's a giant savings. I've already got a list going. If you need help with a hostess code, check out with me, and I'll get you one, and we'll get you some free product from me as well. So that's what's going on this week. Lots and lots of stuff going on. So let's get to today's card. So once again, we're doing this pop-up fun fold. So I'm going to set that right there. And we're going to start out doing a little bit of stamping. And my table is so full of stuff, I hope I can find what I need tonight. I don't feel so bad because this weekend, oh my goodness, people were losing stuff on those tables right and left, and I felt right at home with them. I said, look, you know, everybody does this. It's not just me that loses their stuff. All right, so we need a piece of basic white. Let's see what I can find here on the table. So I came home. I was in Florida this weekend. Came home to just horrible weather conditions. It's so cold. I hate it. That's not going to be big enough. Let's find another one. This one might work out. Here we go. There's a scrap. All right. No, that's not nearly big enough either. What the heck? I hate to use this die cut, but that's what we're going to do because it's what's available. All right. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of basic white, and I'm going to ink it up with some sweet sorbet. All right. Now what I have is I have a little bit of garden green. So this stamp set is from the Christmas Banners stamp set. Well, no wonder that's the wrong one. Oh my goodness. Can you tell that I didn't sleep very well this weekend and that I'm just all sorts of frazzled? Let's try this again. We'll use this block. Now that paper would have worked. I didn't have to ruin that die at all. Die cut. Tuesday in snow. No. Well, when I went to the airport, so we went to Kansas City on Thursday night. And so I'm inking this one, the right one up with sweet sorbet here. And let's try that again. Got it a little too inky. I don't feel like the temperatures were that bad. Maybe in the 40s or the 50s. Okay, there we go. And then when I got up to get to the airport on Friday morning, there was some crew members on the bus with me to the airport, and they said that it was 20 some odd degrees. And I thought, oh, they are crazy. There's no way it's 20 some odd degrees. It was 22 degrees. I could not even believe it. It was so cold. I knew it was cold, but I didn't have any idea it was that cold. Okay. So here we go. I've got the sentiment, and I'm using, since this is a photopolymer set, it's very easy to see down where I'm going. So I'm going to stamp that right there in garden green. And then I'm going to let it kind of sit for a few minutes and dry, just because these dark inks, especially the sweet sorbet, since it's a new in color, my pad is very juicy. So I'm going to let that kind of sit for a minute before I do any die cutting. All right, so next I think what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of scoring. And as you guys know, I love the Simply Score tool. It's one of my favorite things. I think it's probably my favorite tool of all tools. Take your pick is pretty high up too. All right. So what I have here is I have a 4 1/4 by a 10 1/2 sheet of sweet sorbet. And I am going to score it at, and hopefully I'm going to quit talking and so I can get it done right. I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. I'm going to score it at 1 3/4. I'm going to score it at 3 3/4 and 5. And all of these dimensions, score lines, and everything will be available on my blog tomorrow, so don't worry about writing all that down. Next thing, I have a 3" by 5 3/4 piece, and we are going to score that one at 1/2 inch. And 1 3/4 inch. And so that's all we need on that one. Okay, we'll get that out of my way. I wish that one was on sale because I could promote the heck out of that one because I love, love, love it. Okay, so basically what I do on this one so that I don't mess anything up is I just basically fold in from the very beginning. So I'm going to score this. I'm going to fold that first 1/2 inch score line and then fold it in again. So this is not a mountain valley sort of thing, not an accordion. We are just folding it in each time and getting that good burnish in. And you want to get that good burnish in from the very beginning so that it will fold the way it wants. So what you do is then you just kind of fold it in and you create that box. So that 1/2 inch piece is just what you seal onto the back there. And that's where you get that pop up. Hey, Vicki, thanks for joining. So we are going to decorate the front of this. Hopefully we'll find everything that we need here. So I have used the Sweetest Christmas DSP, I think is what it's called. And I'm using those traditional colors. Sweet Sorbet is not quite as traditional as Real Red, but it's pretty close. And I love this set because it's got the prettiest paper. They throw in some balmy blue. Ooh, yum. Love it. Okay, so I'm not going to put any DSP on this because this is that bottom portion. So if somebody receives this card and decides to sit it up on their mantle or on display, that's not going to show anyway. So we're just going to add some liquid adhesive right up here at the top. There we go. I'm going to put that away, kind of let that cure a little bit. We will go ahead and take, I guess I do need that back out. For the large piece to go on the back, we're just going to take a little bit of liquid adhesive again and throw this on the back. And I'm using that liquid adhesive because that gives us that wiggle room for anything that we may not have gotten perfectly straight. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to take, actually I'm going to fold it this way just in case I have some overlap. Some Stampin' Seal and put that right there. And so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want it to fold it like this. I gotta remember how to fold it. I made this card last week. Yes. So you fold it right between the two DSP pieces. You're going to lay it flat and burnish it. And then we get our pop-up. Whew. I should have reminded myself of that before I sat down to do this. But I'll be honest, I'm not feeling the greatest in the world with all the pressure changes. So kind of out there. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and take this piece, the smaller piece, and we're going to do the same thing that we did before. We're just going to fold in and then open up and then fold in again. Thank you for your all's patience. So that's what that's going to do. I'm going to take some liquid adhesive and add a piece of Blushing Bride. There we go. Just showing on the edge a little bit. And now what we're going to do that's a little bit different is I have stamped and die cut some pieces of greenery from the Christmas banner die set. And from the banner die set and the Christmas banner set. So I started to put these on after I put my candy canes on last week, and it was just too much. So I think if we put them behind the candy canes, it'll work out. So we're just gonna add some greenery here. That way we're gonna give it just a little bit more character. And it's nice to not have to make the same card twice. I always like to do something different. I'm not a big multi-girl. Do you guys like to make multiple cards of the same thing? Hey Rosie, thanks for joining me. All right. I think we'll do one more of these. And hopefully this doesn't look crappy when we're done. All right. It's a lot of greenery right there. Hopefully my candy canes will mute that down a little bit. All right, so the most awesome thing about this stamp set is, or DSP set, is the candy canes that you can get from it. So I love when you can die cut and die cut your papers. There we go. There's two. So yeah, this candy cane is just part of the Sweetest Christmas set. Oh, Rosie, we had so much fun. Not even. It was so much fun. So many shenanigans. It was funny. So, I love my DSP that I can just die cut and it looks beautiful. So there's a little turtle set coming out in the new catalog, and it is absolutely adorable. Okay, so I'm going to be super careful where I put my dimensionals on these because I'm going to crisscross them, and I don't want that dimensional to be in the middle. So I'm going to take these out. You'll have to join us sometime. It's so much fun. All right, so that's mostly covered up. I was afraid of that. It'll work out though. Okay, I'm being careful with my glue. Karen, you're a multiple girl? No, not me. I'm a one and done kind of gal. That's what makes these videos so hard. Yeah, this is not working out for me. I'm going to take these off. Maybe swing them down here. There we go. See if that works. Looks a little better. There we go. All right, so there's our card front. And now we can die cut this piece that we had. I'm going to bring out the mini cut and emboss. And so there's some super interesting stuff coming down the pipeline about the mini cut and emboss. There's a picture in the Celebration catalog. Check it out. It's a new joining special starting in January. I don't know if I can tell you exactly everything that's going on, but it's super exciting. So make sure you check that out whenever you get your catalog. And if you know me very well, you watch my videos, you know that I use the mini cut and emboss a lot. You guys can't see what I'm doing here. Sorry about that. So I feel like this sandwiches better a little bit than the big cut and emboss, and it doesn't require too much tape. But since we're live, I'm going to go ahead and grab some because it'll be my luck that is kind of shimmying because I got glue on my fingers. One and done hurts your brain, Rosie? No, 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 no. I get bored with the second, the second card. Like, I feel like I've already done this. One thing about this one, like I said, I did it last week, so it's kind of out of my brain what I did. All right. Love that you can just slide these on the top for storage. Get them right out of your way. Okay. We're going to set that aside. Now we are going to go ahead and do the adhering here. So you have to be careful when you're adhering this. I'm going to use some seal but you have to be careful because you don't want your top to go above the card, but you've got to be careful and make sure that it doesn't go too far below either. Does that make sense? Hey, Sally, thanks for joining. Okay, so as you're placing it, you've got your card folded the way it would fit in your envelope. Make sure that you've got space on the top and space on the bottom. All right, so that's Stampin' Seal. I'm just gonna press down, and there we go. All right, so for this piece, I just adhere it with liquid adhesive because well, why not? That's because. All right, I'm gonna fold it and set it so that it's going to sit perfectly. So you may want to kind of hold it up and set it there. So there it goes. That's the way it's going to fold in, and then when you pop it open, there it is. All right, so let's put this 'Tis the Season. We'll just take a little bit of seal and pop it on there. There we go. Now I decided my first one was a scotch on the naked side, so I decided to go ahead because that's why I added the greenery to this one, but I'm also going to add some of these elegant faceted gems. All right, so the cool thing is these come in a clear and like a milky white, as well as the Blushing Bride. So it's going to go perfect with this color combo. Let's do one there. Let's do one up here. All right, so I'm going to work in my odd numbers. Let's see here. Let's put one right there. Ooh, let's do. Ooh. Let's not put it there. Let's put that one over here and then use a Blushing Bride one on that white. There we go. That makes me happy. All right, I like it like that. Okay, so now the back of the card. We'll do a little stamping and adhering, and then we'll do our envelope and we'll be done. Since I had told you all about all the other good stuff, I'm running a little behind now. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. All right. So I've got May Good Times Today Become the Cherished Memories of Today. So this is going to be from that sweet candy cane. I'm going to line it up on my grid paper. Hold my mouth just right. Flip it over. Not press so hard this time. There we go. Thank goodness there's two sides to every card, or card base, huh? All right. Let's dig over here. I've got some DSP that we're just going to adhere to the bottom of it. So I love this Sweet Christmas set. These are probably this along with Lights Aglow are my two favorites, and I kind of ping pong back and forth as to which one I love the most. It seems like I do weeks of Lights Aglow, all sorts of stuff, and then I do the Sweetest candy cane. All right, so as I said, yeah, Sally, thank you. All the measurements will be on my blog tomorrow, along with the video of me just chatting up a storm like crazy today. All right, I'm gluing this card base to a piece of garden green just to give it a little better pop of color. I'm going to flip it over. And look, I only used no, I guess I did use 3 different adhesives this week. I was so proud of myself. I thought I would only use 2, but no, I did use 3. All right. Seal that up in the corner. And then we'll cut our envelope. I've got some coordinating DSP along with that. I do love this polka dot side too. That's really hard for me to cover it up. All right, big sale starting Tuesday. Don't forget. Grab what you need. If you need a hostess code, give me a call, shout out. We'll get you a hostess code so we can get you some free stuff. New catalog should be coming in the mail soon. We can order those December the 1st, I believe. So those will be coming. If you need one, give me a shout out. I'll see what I can do. And look at all this messy glue that I did. Ooh. Just kind of wipe that off. We'll take an eraser after that one. All right. So here's our card today. Thank you so much for joining me again tonight. I appreciate it. I'll be back here next Sunday. I'll probably be using some new product. I'm looking forward to getting some of it in. So yeah, I'll definitely have something new next week. So we'll have to see what I can find and create next week. Thank you so much for joining me and have a great week.